कोई बात नहीं, फिर से मेरी गाड़ी ठोक के चले जाना. I'll be super.
2 कैनवासेस कम पड़ जाएंगे.
Like we hold up the feelings and then we feel.
To try a little bit more. So इसमें you basically can't do much.
Right.
Okay. Just wait for the outcome. I have another question.
Yes, go ahead please.
When can I come to you for the next appointment? So we're cutting?
No.
Hi everyone.
So I'm Sakshi and I'm a psychologist, a psychotherapist and a career counselor. And she is?
I actually am a mixed media artist, and today we're here to talk about a specific kind of art.
So today what we are going to do is we are going to mix art and psychology, basically fluid art and psychology, and see how things are going to pan out for us and how emotions and colors are relevant.
I'll give you a small briefing about fluid art. Fluid art is one of the most comforting and positive kind of art forms will actually come through. Bachpan se we've taught to paint within the lines, have proper strokes, right. Sketch properly. Like एक specific चीज़ के लिए एक specific तरीका होता है. This just has like some minor details that would help you to actually give out a proper finishing. But इसमें तुम जो करते हो, you do it because of your own instinct, because right. You choose the colors you want to choose, you choose the technique that you want to choose, you let the color flow all around the canvas the way you want to let it flow.
And those instincts, sorry to cut you off, and those instincts also tell us about what emotions are you feeling. It's highly subjective how you interpret it, but about how your mood is and what are you thinking, what are you feeling and what are you experiencing. Exactly. It just gives you a window in your subconscious mind and your emotions. Sometimes people don't actually like to communicate how they feel. Sure. So via art therapy, the goal is to understand how they feel.
Exactly. So this basically opens a door to a different, like set of emotions you did not even know you had. Matlab, like anything that you're feeling, you might not be able to put a name to it, but if you reach for a specific color and how much you reach for it is going to give her, look into what you're feeling and how you're feeling. This is basically, a canvas that is going to withhold all of your emotions.
So let's just assume that this canvas is a person and the colors are emotions and how they hold it up. So basically when we do fluid art, it also indulges the people in mindfulness, because we are not doing anything, we are just working with canvas and colors, and that is the reason that it feels so therapeutic after. Yeah, the experience is therapeutic, but it is not a therapy. So you will get to know how you feel while doing it, and if you feel good, amazing, but if you feel a little sad or bad, then that's where I come and play for therapy.
Yeah, so when it's like when we're talking about this specific kind of art, तुम्हारे सर पे कोई pressure नहीं रहता कि हमें ये करना है, ऐसे ही करना है, अगर मैंने like if I don't do it properly वो अच्छे से नहीं होगा, and there is no that kind of pressure, so you can do basically whatever you want to do.
And I think that's what makes it unique, because every painting is a portrayal of your emotion, which is different,
and you are making it, you are portraying your own emotions through it, and nobody else can replicate that.
And like you said once that no painting can be copied.
Fluid art में no painting genuinely can be copied, because इसमें you're not like painting with a brush or making some specific kind of strokes. इसमें basically you just simply put the paint and manipulate the canvas.
So basically even if I don't know painting, I can do it.
No, you not even need itna sab experience to do this kind of art. Like you can do whatever you want, however you want it.
Then it's okay, because sitting with an artist is already a pressure.
It's not intimidating at all. I'm not even kidding. Once you start, you would not stop. 2 canvases कम पड़ जाएंगे, मैं पहले बता रही हूँ.
So let's begin. But while we are doing it, I'd like to know more about your experience with fluid art. How has it helped you and your mental health?
Okay, so first things first, this is not something everyone talks about, but I actually started with fluid art during COVID. Okay. COVID was a very anxious time for basically everybody, and everyone sprung out to try different things, do do different things to actually keep their mind off the situation that was going.
Right.
So I already was very much invested into art, but I just did not have the time to go through it. So when I had the time, I kept on seeing these videos online, and it was like very satisfying.
Yes, it is.
And I genuinely thought that I genuinely like art, and if I actually give it a shot, you never know. And the first time I did it, it was like it legit opened the gate for me to, you know, constantly try new things when it comes to art. I tried so many different things, but this has to be the most therapeutic out of all. Okay. You have no clue the happiness you get once you see all the paint, you know, on the canvas. It's a very beautiful feeling.
Right. Okay. Like you said that it opened up a gate for you.
Yeah.
And was it because you were unable to communicate your feelings somewhere?
So sometimes even when you feel something, you yourself don't know what you're feeling. मतलब वो होता है ना, way too many times you just keep on telling people I am sad, I just don't know why. I have no genuine excuse as to why I'm feeling this way.
Right. And
so when you're this confused, you do not know what to do, how to react. But if you have an outlet for these things, it's much more easier to release that tension. Well, it doesn't go all the way obviously, but it helps way too much. It helps you to be creative and, you know, experimentative.
Right. So these days, like you were talking about, people don't usually talk about it. So these days what I think and what I have observed is people don't usually like to communicate their feelings, and I think fluid art can be a really good way for them to understand subconsciously what's going on, how can they communicate their feeling, and it's as a therapist it's a really good way for us to understand. It's completely subjective, but still to understand what the person is feeling and going.
See, like for example, if a person is not able to understand what they're going through, they could simply use paints as the medium of their emotions, and then they would come to you about it, and you being you know, the person who has like you know, extensive knowledge about these things, you would be able to perceive what's going on.
Yes, so let's just begin and see where it goes.
I'm so excited, I swear. Okay, so we'll simply just start. You are free to, you know, actually use how much of a paint you want and whichever, you know, color you feel gravitated towards. I'll just let you know about the techniques. Okay. So there are two different techniques that I'm going to show you today. Okay. The first technique is going to go with just simply choose like a, you know, mixture of paints that you like want to use, and simply pour all of them in this cup and just take the canvas and just flip it and धीरे धीरे करके just pick the cup, and all the paint will ooze out at once, and then just simply manipulate the canvas the way you want it to go. If you want to try a little bit more, so इसमें you basically can't do much. You just choose the colors and just wait for the outcome.
So like we hold up the feelings and then we feel relaxed when we put it out.
Yeah, we'll simply let it go.
Okay.
And and the second one, if you're a person who likes to be in control, this one's for you. So you simply just pinch the cup like this, so it has a proper spouted end, and it'll be much more finer if you do it. So then just choose, as I said, any color that you want to pick. Just choose the color and pour it ek karke, so it layers. Once it layers, you just simply start pouring them in circles. It is very therapeutic. And if you like concentrating, you like meditating, it's legit, it gives that feeling.
So it gives out a lot of hand-eye coordination, a lot of mindfulness, and a lot of control on the...
And the most creativity.
Yes.
Which you don't... Some people think they're not creative at all. मतलब उनको लगता है कि आज तो कभी किया नहीं है, I've never explored that area, so you never know what might happen. Once you actually start, you take the paint in your hands, and when it actually starts flowing, then the, you know, switch will flip. कि yeah, ऐसा है, ऐसा करना, shit, no, I'd rather do it that way.
That way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then you will experiment more with that. You just simply take the, you know, pointed spout and just धीरे धीरे करके start putting. So with the spout thing is कि if you want thicker flow, you just open it more, and if you want a more fine, yeah, you just do this. That is it. That's pretty much it. Now the world is your canvas, literally.
So yeah. How can I start with it? I just pour.
So as I told you about two techniques, if you want to try both, you can try both as well. Yeah. So just like put all the colors that you feel like putting, or kitna bhi, doesn't matter kitna, because it's a big ass canvas. So you can just put how much. Alright. I would actually suggest to put you know, darker colors thode kam. If you want to the darker colors to dominate, then you can. Okay. But if you are a light color person, then put the darker colors a little less.
Okay, all right, got it.
Putting
so you were talking about like people feeling liberating with these paintings. why do you think it is so?
Because you do not have to think much. You just simply do whatever you feel like doing. And
It's a free flowing.
एग्जैक्टली आजकल की ज़िंदगी इतनी वो नहीं कहीं कहीं पास में वाला आजकल की ज़िंदगी उतना टाइम नहीं देती कि हम वो करें जो हमें करने की इच्छा हो. एंड हमें डर लगता है कि व्हाट इफ़ वी डू विल दैट बी एक्सेप्टेड, विल आई बी एबल टू डू इट प्रॉपरली, व्हाट इफ आई एम नॉट, आई रादर स्टिक टू व्हाट आई नो.
So we like to be in the boundaries and we like to do what we are best at.
Exactly.
But we never know.
Exactly. Take your time off for something that you do not even know what it is, and it's going to be so eye-opening for you that you'll actually feel okay, fine, I feel calm now.
So basically you are saying that anyone with any issue can come and experience fluid art.
Actually.
And no matter how difficult their mood is, or no matter how easygoing they are, or maybe they are just happy in their lives, they'll still feel less stressed.
Exactly.
Alright, let's start with it.
Any person with any issue, be it
Should I just flip the glass?
no, just pick the canvas up. Okay, put it on top of your glass. On top of it, no, keep the glass as it is on top of your glass. Exactly. Essay. And just flip it. Flip the canvas. Yes. And just keep it again on this. Perfect. Now just pick up the glass and watch it unfold.
Oh.
Pick it up. Simply pick it up.
Amazing.
Looks
Amazing.
beautiful. So if you're more of a control or a meditation person, this technique is it for you.
Do you know anything about color and relevance of psychology?
I mean, I haven't studied, but I've noticed and picked up on a couple of things. Like when I paint, and if I'm feeling like particularly agitated or just angry, so I would go towards like red or black a little bit more.
Oh yes, so basically red is more like danger, anger, love, passion.
Yeah, perception wise, yeah.
Extreme. It's very subjective to people, but all the extreme emotions.
Like there have actually been times that I've simply poured red and black on the canvas and just been so angry that I've done this or this to just irregulate the flow, because that's just how I was feeling.
So it's just a way of it's just a painting where can you just pass me glass? Glass. So it's just a painting where you are free and liberated to do whatever the
Literally, like for example, I chose the darkest colors I could right here.
Yes.
Now I don't feel like that anymore, so I could go for any other composition that so I could literally go for any other composition I could like. Emotions change every other minute. Your mind does not stick to a emotion constantly for that long of a time.
That's really true. Have you ever seen someone just happy?
I have
Just happy.
I have not. I genuinely haven't.
So I also see, if I see this painting, if I see this canvas as a person, and the paints as an emotion, every human being has once experienced all the emotions. So similarly, like we are pouring paints, we can also relate it to pouring our emotions out. So I'll just explain you quickly, like what I have read and what I have understood.
I'd love to know, because it's good when you're able to relate to these things
With the colors.
Yeah.
So yellow is a lot of jolliness, happiness. Pink usually portrays a lot of love and affection, femininity, if that is a word. And green is of course serene. And
some people look at green as disgust and jealousy as well.
yes,
Some people.
there can be very subjective.
Like if I think of green, it always goes towards nature.
And if I think of blue, it always goes towards peace, calm, comfort. But there are people who also relate to blue as sad, depressing.
Yeah, for me, blue is a little bit scary because I'm scared of water.
Yes.
So I perceive it as a little bit scary. Like that's just my opinion.
Okay, so colors can have different perceptions.
Yeah.
And if I want to just pour some color here, can I directly also do that?
Yes, you can. You can genuinely do anything you want. Oh wow, go to town.
So I really don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I also wanted to talk about talk a bit about. Like if you just paint your canvas with one painting, one color, sorry, yes, one color, do you think it will look pretty enough as compared to 2 colors, 3 colors, or whatever colors?
It'll look pretty bland. If you want just one color, why would you paint? Just buy us color ka canvas.
Similarly, emotions is something that make us human. And all the people have, if I will be happy for my entire life, and if I get into a road fight and if I'm still happy and saying, oh कोई बात नहीं, फिर से मेरी गाड़ी ठोक के चले जाना, I'll be supremely happy. So like people usually say that anger is something that you should not show. You are a girl, you shouldn't be angry. Or you are a psychologist, you shouldn't be angry or irritated. But I'm just telling you that anger is also an important emotion. And people usually feel like anger is a waste emotion, not that important.
So what I think is, like, as you know, I've heard like a lot of people say, you cannot have the good without the bad.
That's true, but don't you think any emotion in extreme is bad?
Everything in extreme is bad.
Exactly. So how to balance those emotions? तुम balance कब कर पाओगे? जब तुम acknowledge कर पाओगे कि हमारे अंदर ये है. So I think this fluid art is a window to understand that, oh, we have all the emotions present.
I think that's where people struggle the most to, you know, like they have no clue what they're feeling. That is the reason I think they have difficulty, you know, accepting or, you know, going through with it. What to do, how to do, because they don't understand what's going through them.
Yeah, that's where I can help you.
Yeah,
that's where a therapist can be approached. And
I keep on saying ki, you know, it's a very good initiative that you actually are coming up with a community like this, because even if people are woke and known about it, they do not know how to tackle it. So it can be genuinely.
So I'll just quickly tell you what I do as a therapist.
Oh, please.
What I do as a therapist is I help people identify where they are going wrong, not wrong, or where they can actually do better.
Okay.
And how can they handle their emotions better, how can they be more functionable, how can they be more practical with their approach, and how can they extract the best results out. Okay, I'll not be, you know, spoon feeding them.
Yeah.
I'll be guiding them, I'll be teaching them techniques to do better, to feel like rational space is my place.
Okay.
So to think rationally, because when we are angry or when we feel any emotion in extreme, it's usually we are blurring our vision and we cannot make a very good decision. So basically, if your vision is blurred, you cannot see if I want to go right or left. And if you are feeling some emotion, like there is an old saying, never make an important decision while you are emotional. So how to tackle your emotions better, how to handle them better, how to acknowledge that you are feeling certain way, and most importantly, how to communicate that you are feeling this way. Because usually in people, like if you are in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship like just normally as friends, parents, romantically, it's really difficult to communicate how you feel.
True.
So
I have another question.
Yes, go ahead please.
When can I come to you for the next appointment? Nika, seriously, no matter how much, you know, we laugh around about it, we cannot deny the fact that everyone goes through an array of emotions that they don't speak about. If I could actually have someone that I could speak to without getting judged, or, you know, the feeling of being understood in itself is a very underrated and a very beautiful feeling. Sometimes you just need someone to understand you. And if you get that, nothing like it.
I think I'm done with my painting. Do we keep doing it and it gets more beautiful?
It basically is upon you. If you love what you have right now, well and good. If not, you can genuinely do anything you feel like it. Again, it's right in all matters. You did what you wanted to do, you put the colors that you wanted to portray. And I'm pretty sure you steered clear of red. So I think we're there. Like you used a certain technique that you wanted to use.
Yes, and I know that I did not follow the technique you told, but like you said, it's a free and I don't need any prior experience to do that.
You genuinely don't. You really don't. So, the reason I chose this technique, I have like a very good reason for that. I have always had issues meditating. I cannot keep my head in a certain space for quite some time. Like मतलब constantly मैं नहीं रख सकती. I've always struggled with that. So this technique actually helps me concentrate.
Yes.
Because
It's mindful enough.
Exactly.
Right now we are actually talking and doing things, so it's making it more difficult for me because I cannot concentrate and do things at one time. But I'm pretty sure that when I do it silently, it's going to be really beautiful.
I just simply keep on looking at the colors and how it's making circles and how each and every color is just layering beside. So all the overthinking or irrational thoughts I have in my mind are just pushed aside. I need a promise for you. I don't need a promise from you. Are you going to frame that painting and keep?
Oh yes, I am definitely, because this is my first fluid art painting.
Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. Now, like, if you're not satisfied with this, you could actually, pour like I have poured, and you can do uske upar.
Oh, okay.
Matlab, again, doesn't make it wrong.
All right. Nice. I'll do that.
Swirled?
Yes. That's it.
Oh wow. So idhar I want to know, like I just want to know for my benefit. How did you feel? What did you feel when you actually painted?
I felt very relaxed. I felt like I can do whatever I want to. I can get however messy I want to.
Exactly.
Because usually I'm a very controlled person. Usually I have a scheduled
I realized
plan.
that after looking at your room. Very organized.
Yes, I have like I need to pre-plan things. Whenever even I have a meeting or something, I need to know it 24 hours prior so that I can plan my day out. And if suppose there are some days when you don't have things as planned as you want it to be, that day I'm really irritable. That day it's like मैं क्या क्या कर सकती हूँ एक दिन में, इतना ही possible है. But if I have it planned, but here I did not feel the pressure of doing it. I did not compare it to yours. I did not feel like, okay, this is nice enough. I can still have, when I look at it, I have different perceptions, and I'm not in the borders. That makes me feel like a little bit free.
So basically the thing is that sometimes we feel कि there is something specific that we want to do. Like for example, अगर हमें कुछ करना है तो हम पहले से pre-plan करके रखते हैं. And like that's how I used to feel. कि if I do not know what am I doing, where am I going without pre-planning, क्या होगा वहाँ पे? What if I mess up something? What if I make some mistake that's going to be problematic in the future? And तो मेरे को उस बात का I used to have anxiety. I would not even lie about that. I used to have supreme anxiety. Basically the fear of letting go of the control.
Yes.
I have that. If there is something that I'm not able to control, I overthink about it. कि अगर मेरे हाथ में नहीं है तो मैं उसको handle कैसे करूँ? If I'm not able to handle it, और कौन करेगा?
Exactly.
So that was the biggest thing that this helped me kind of come over. कि even if it's not planned, that does not mean it obviously always has to go bad.
And I'll tell you what, it also makes me, I have a lot of perfectionism sort of a criteria with me. But as you said, this is a unique painting and you cannot be perfect any which ways. It is perfect in itself.
I'll tell you something. I mean, this is something that you've made, and I can bet however much money that I have, nobody else will be able to replicate it.
Yes. We can do a very quick review of what do you think about my painting and what do I portray from your painting.
Sure. So okay, like as we talked about the colors, like we were talking that pink stands for femininity, white. So and whenever white comes in the picture, it always brings calm to the chaos.
Right.
Okay, so it's very calming. You've used blue, you've used pink. I think it portrays you perfectly. I see a little bit green in there, thinking of the nature and the calmness that you enjoy. So does the water with the blue. So I see femininity, calm, and peace.
Yes, and that's how I have been feeling touchwood these days. I have been feeling really peaceful, really calm, and that's what I think I have portrayed. And with your painting, I see red, blues, which are contrasting colors, portraying that maybe you have like contrasting feelings regarding something, if I'm not wrong.
Bingo.
Yes, and red also gives a lot of passion, love, and blue gives a lot of peace. And I really like how
the green flows.
The green flows and the blue has some ripples on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the green can give you the peace. So to me it looks like an island जहाँ पे green है, blue है and red है. Blue is water, green is like greenery, mountains.
So basically beaches and mountains together.
Yes.
So you were pretty bang on with how I was feeling. मतलब I could not, मतलब when I picked these colors मैंने सोच समझ के नहीं उठाए थे. I just picked whatever I could and I just let it be the way it could. Like for example, I could have used this color to push this out, but I decided to keep this and this all together. This is because now that you speak of it, for some reason I wasn't able to figure out what exactly was I feeling, so I put everything I felt on.
So do you think that when you just put the colors out and when you try to flow with it, you also feel like, oh, my emotions are flowing with the colors?
Initially it's a little like, you know, for example, like when I was painting तब मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया, but now that I've done painting and now I look at it, like I genuinely think that whatever I was feeling, this is exactly what I was feeling. At that time I did not know, but after it got done and now the more I look at it, the more I understand and relate with it. कि तब पता नहीं था, लेकिन अब देखने के बाद और समझ में और clearly समझ में आ रहा है.
Right. So I'd just like to tell all of you right now that you just saw this activity, you just heard about emotions and art together. So that's what we are planning to go ahead with. There is a workshop which me and Kamakshi are hosting, where she'll be teaching you fluid art and I'll be teaching about emotions and how can you do better and how can you communicate them better. So if you find this interesting, please join us for the workshop and get yourself a window of emotions and how do you feel about them and let it flow through this fluid art. And I think with this, with our paintings, that's a wrap, and I hope that you guys enjoyed exploring emotions and paints and colors with us. And if you did enjoy, go like, share and subscribe to Rational Space on all the platforms that you can, and join us for this very amazing and interesting workshop, and I hope that you can have as much as of fun we did. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.